Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I am going to explore your subconscious mind so that you can discover what it means to dream of your ex-wife, a person with whom you expected to spend the rest of your life, until the moment when the divorce is produced, which to me immediately suggests a process of frustration which originates in the breakdown of your plans for the future. Deep down, dreaming of your ex-wife is the memory of an unfinished future. But before going into the analysis, in case you don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Robert. I am a psychoanalyst with more than 30 years of experience. And in case you want to have a psychoanalysis session with me, or in case you want the psychoanalysis of one of your dreams, you send me an email to the one that I am going to leave you here below in the description of this video, so I can tell you how you can join my consultation. Now, back to what it means to dream of your ex-wife. This is a very important dream because from the outset, it is revealing that you are going through a phase of your life where you are developing a great sense of abandonment, of loneliness, that it has begun to affect you too much. You may even be in the present in a relationship with someone else, but still you continue to feel abandoned. That is the problem that comes with this dream, which is basically a symptom that allows to observe that all your anguish processes, which turn into sadness and ultimately frustration, are derived from the fact that you are very afraid of never feeling accompanied again. And more importantly, if we dig much deeper into this matter, your source of greatest anxiety arises from the fact that you fear going through this life without ever having cared for anyone. And for that reason, what this dream suggests that your greatest unconscious desire is to regain your life purpose. That is where we would have to go deeper, because I am going to tell you immediately what will end all your anguish on all its associated symptoms is that you manage to free the part of your psyche which at this moment is blocked, so that you can live without necessarily depending on the presence of another person to be happy. In all likelihood, if your ex-wife showed up in your dream, you experienced a situation in your real life, not your dream life, in which someone made you feel like they didn't care about you. Like whether or not you were in her company was something that was going to be completely irrelevant to him or her. This is actually something that you are dealing with in all your interpersonal relationships. Every time someone makes you feel less important, that little voice will be activated in your mind that will paradoxically seek what you need from others. All your insecurity will come from there. And for that reason, you will realize that in the last one, you have begun with greater determination to seek that others accept you just when you wish otherwise. Have more independence. That in a way, the perception that others have of you does not matter to you. But that has come into conflict with your state of the conscious self that forces you to work for others to accept you. It is too heavy a load because you have to put a lot of psychic energy to achieve that. And that is what is generating at this moment all your processes of anguish and frustration, because they are opposite ideas that are in conflict within your psyche. On the one hand, your unconscious is manifesting that latent desire that you had for so many years to stop depending on others, to validate yourself, but on the other hand, that notion is being repressed by that part of your mind that has the function that you can adapt to the environments in which you interact. I mean your state of conscious self. And those are the energies of your psyche, which at this moment we have to release, redirect, and interconnect through a psychoanalytic process so that you can regain the balance of your life. That is so that you stop feeling anguish, frustration, sadness, or fear when others do not care about you. Because that's what is affecting you the most right now. In other words, what others think of us. But in your case, this is given in a superlative tone. That is the symptom that this dream reveals, and this is explained because your wife is a person whom you observe in the real world, remaking her life without you. And that is why, in general, people who dream of his ex-wife see themselves in the same with that person, sharing in confidence those moments in which both were united. That is, it is a manifestation of the melancholy that you feel of recovering that intimacy that for various reasons in your life you lost the past and that you can no longer have. And where this is originated? Well, actually, this is a process of your psyche that has been accumulating for many years, that it was repressed in your childhood, and that today it is in a latent state process. This is why you feel so confused today. I mean, from an emotional point of view. Maybe your life is excellent, but still you cannot help feeling sad, anguished, frustrated. Well, the explanation is in your unconscious. It is there where all these processes are taking place. Today, you fear abandonment too much, but mind you, there's also an issue there which has more to do with the fact that somehow you want to return to a golden past. It is as if you yourself had stopped recognizing that the reality of your marriage, which is over, was not as bad as you know it to be. For something, the relationship came to an end. But it is you who does not want to accept this. You feel that if you return to your marriage, you could recover your life because you will no longer feel that state of abandonment. And that's what causes all your anguish, because deep down, it is your conscious self that represses your desires for independence, because it does not know how to deal with them. What happens because at this moment your mind has not reached its full development? It is what we have to achieve through a psychoanalytic process. All this suggests that you grew up in an environment where there was always talk of the existence of a past where everything was better. In all likelihood, you were the type of kid whose parents used to talk about a time in family history where everything was perfect, like there was a dissociation between the past and the present. Everything in the present is bad and everything in the past was good. That as the first element of the analysis. And the second thing is that your melancholy of not caring to anyone arises from the fact that you were certainly the child who was forced to do the will of his parents, on the account that if he did not do so, he was abandoned. He was left behind. On the other hand, for being a bad son, deep down, a bad person. And that was precisely what caused your conscious self to develop a system in which it began to repress that sense of independence, of making your own decisions that was emerging at that stage of your life. The problem is that this adaptive mechanism, you began to apply it to all your interpersonal relationships. You repressed your desires on the account that if you showed yourself as you were, this would cause people to abandon you, which is exactly what causes you the most frustration at this moment. Because you ask yourself, well, maybe people cannot accept me as I am. But the problem is that you fear that if you do, you will be abandoned, as was what happened to you with your ex-wife. Partly in these processes is the explanation of why your marriage came to an end. As you can see, this is a much more complex dream than it might seem, so you have to pay close attention in case you see your ex-wife in a dream. For the same reason, you already know that if you want me to psychoanalyze some of your dreams, or have therapy sessions with me, just send me an email to the one that I leave you below so that I can tell you the way in which you can integrate to my consultation. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video if it helped you in any way, and share it so that others can access to this kind of knowledge. Have a wonderful day, and with it, the most beautiful dreams. Bye!